What time now is it, love? Oh. Hello there, we got one. We got one so far. Oh, Sally. Sally. Do me a favor, get a drink of water or something? Sorry, it's just started. Hello there, yes, we have two. We have two, we're growing rightly. Now, I don't know which glasses to wear because it's a wee bit further away from me. Hello Tyrone, hello Robert, how are you? It's very nice to see you. I'm trying something a bit different here tonight and I don't know whether it's going to work or not. My eyesight's not the best. So, let me see if I can get this a bit closer, tell me. Now, I'm coming across, can you see me? I'll bake. G-Man, what about you? Don't you dare say horror. Now, that's my wife. So, I just thought, while you're here, I'll just tell you, I'm just doing a bit of a face-to-face tonight. I sort of let's see the whites of your eyes. After a bit of a week with, I don't know, I got a bit cheesed off and I got a bit uppity on the, so I thought, well, let them see the whites of our eyes. Hello, Minutes with Knives. So I thought, just have a chat tonight. Now, look, I've got all my knives around me, so if you want to see any knives during this, just ask me and I'll get them out. Yes, Steve, I've gone all hippie in my early age. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Cheers. I've gone all hippie on my early age. It's just starting. That's the first one I've been able to get, so it'll not take long to grow. I'm quite a hairy old sod. And how's everybody? Put the kettle on, 2 sugars. Hey, Big Red, how you doing, Julie? Keeping well? Zach, lovely to see you. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of a live video tonight, just a bit of a chat night and how everybody's doing and trying to get a bit of peace back in this community geared towards gear. What about you? Sean, is that right, Sean? Have I got it right? I'm terrible in names. So, anybody got new knives this week? Give us a shout out your new knives. I don't think I've had any this week. Well, none that you... My wife just said, that'll make a change. Hello, JCB, how you doing? Oh, I've just seen Sarah Arthur has got my youngest granddaughter on the live feed. So please bear that in mind, my youngest grandchild's here. Hello to Mia. Pop's here. How are you? And Troy, if you're watching. That'll be lovely. JT, that'll be absolutely, JB I should say, that'll be absolutely lovely. Lion Knives, how you doing? Sorry. Jonas, he's giving waves to Tamia. Protect Strider PT, oh man, I would love to own a Protect. The PT especially, that's the smaller one, isn't it? I just love them, but they're completely illegal here. It's not a knife that's... it's not on my radar, but it would be a knife that I would love if it didn't live in a nanny state. I'm very jealous of you when you get the automatics. Hello, Mark. How you doing? You're going now, right? My wee granddaughter's away now, so yous are free to say flip and for goodness sake. Riyadh Leon Mar. Oh, lovely. The duty knife. Hi, Paddy. Yes, go ahead. What was your favourite pre-Firebird Ganzo? Do you know, I just actually gave it away. I sold a stack of knives. I sold about 13 wee knives in a couple of wee batches for people. And I gave away, would you believe, my original. Did I? I did, yes. I think I gave away my original Ganzo. I gave it away. It was the one that looked like the Benchmade. The Ganzo that looked like, well, looked a bit like that. It was huge. And that was the one that I carried for probably a couple of years. I had it and used it. and I loved it. And then I got this, and this just replaced it. It just wasn't getting used, so I got rid of it in a batch of knives. I was doing it for people in the UK. I was selling like a batch of knives. It was 5 for 50 quid, and that included sign for delivery, and it also included a D2 Ganzo and 4 others. So I was doing that as a wee try and get some money, and that's what paid for the what's that one I've ordered? The Gent. I ordered the Mastrop Gent, and that should be here. I'm hoping this week at some time. My first bug out? Oh, Steve, you'll just love it. You definitely will. There's no, I don't think there's any ifs or buts. The bug out is just, I just think it's one of the best knives that has come out in I don't know how long. It's just, I love mine. I mean, I know this is my grill knife, and this is probably my favorite knife, but this as just a summer knife is amazing. Or tracksuit or about the house. Do you know what I mean? I just love it. So, hang on, I'm just going to turn a wee light out here behind me. Oh. There we go. That's a bit better. It was getting very glary. Now, anybody else got new knives? I seen Zach there. Zach and Big Red must have new knives in this week. They've always got new knives in, which is lovely. You might hear a bit of flicking because I might just flick away at wee knives here that I've got. Hey, geared towards good seeing you. Mastrop Keen. Do you know, I had a toss up between the Mastrop Keen and the Gent, and I just went for the Gent because it was smaller, and it's because it's a locking knife. Officially, we're not allowed to carry it. So, but sometimes Bone Doctor there. Yes, the Venom Bone Doctor. Oh, very nice. Oh, I'd love to see a picture of that. Zip Slip. Yes, the Zip Slip is gorgeous. The Zip Slip. I want the Gent too. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest with you. Hello, Paddy and Minions. The Minions are all gone, Cruel. How are you? Well, the Minions, the other Minions here. I got the F41. A bit disappointed. A weak detent. It did have a week. It did a week detent right through. I think all the 41s were a wee bit weak. But in saying that, it'll never come out just in your pocket, I don't believe. I pushed my wee bar across a little bit, and it stiffened it up a bit, not fully, but I've no problem carrying it, no fear at all. But I mean, everybody's different. Other people just can't start it. I can't believe you're I was a little weak, but still fine. Yeah, Sean, I think it's the most beautiful knife. A very simple. It's a bit like the Keen. It's just a very simple shape. It works. And I don't think the detent's that weak that it would worry me. I have to push it out, and I'm not going to do that in my pocket. But that's just me. If it annoys you and you can't carry it, fair play. My goodness, there's 30 of you already. That's a lot of people. That's lovely to see so early on in the night. Who else has got live from Aaron? John, how are you? You're very welcome, sir. And oh, missed the last one there. Is the picture okay? Because I've just got my phone turned around. Oh, JB, you got a Sabenza. Now I'm jealous. McCartney is my favourite too, yeah. I'm completely and utterly jealous now. Completely. Woodland Tackling, hello there. Wee Paddy stuck his bake on the screen tonight. Oh, JB, I'm just amazing. I can't wait to see it and get your review on it. Who was that? Hello, Mark. Hi, John. That's good. Thank you, Rodney. Oh, it's lovely to see the faces in here. Not the faces, but it's nice to see people I talk to in the chat columns, but never get the. Yeah, congratulations to JB. That is just. Which one did you get? Which Sabenza did you get? The small or the large? Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. The small, that's what I would go for as well. Exactly the same. I think our hands have about the same width. I hear you saying that, and I'm actually going to do that myself, measure mine. I haven't done it yet, but I think I heard you saying that, and it's quite a nice thing to do. So you know what other people's hands are like. So if they like a knife, then the chances are that the knife's going to fit you as well. That's probably a measurement that's not been used enough. I'm going to definitely steal that off you. Nice rubber, but doesn't it? I sort of matched it with that and my knife for today. Do you know what I mean? I've sort of matched it with that and this, and I think it goes really well. And my complexion sort of comes out, that blue Ireland cold complexion. From the 80s. Good gosh, I was way before the 80s. By the 80s, I was nearly done. Did anybody try the honey badger? I'm sure I haven't, but I'm sure somebody in the greetings, Tony from California. Thank you. And a big welcome back. It's been raining today, and it's been about 15 degrees in Ireland, which is just heaven. It's been awful warm this last week, so I'm not a warm person. Oh, Tony, I couldn't stick 100. London's been getting silly temperatures. We get about 23, 24 maybe, but at 23, 24, I feel like getting in the fridge. I've just gone lethargic. I do. It doesn't take much to make me lethargic. And my wife's got her headphones on, so she can't hear that.
What'd you say?
Oh, she did. Rockin' all blue here today. K-Bar Dozer, one of my favourite knives. The most underrated knife in the collection. Fall is my favourite season. John, I'm with you on the fall. I can't wait to see winter coming. I love it. I love 4 seasons. That's what I love. If you can get 4, that's the best. I'm going to have to get in a bit closer here. What do I see? Let me just see. Sorry, I'm moving this about trying to get the best area for it. So that I can... This is a... Now, that could be too close for anybody. Let me see what that's like over there. No, we're going back up here again. Sorry. Sorry for the wobbles. Now, with the 2 code 4... Code 4s, I do like my code 4, I have to say. It was a lovely gift from a sub. Absolutely love it. Paddy, what do you say? Paddy from across the shuck. SHUCK. It's a bit of a slang word for a wee ditch, a stream, a creek, a wee muddy gap. I've always used it between Northern Ireland and the mainland, and I call it the REC. I just call it the shuck. So when the channel started, I think I said it in the first week or 2, and it just seemed to take off, so I just kept it there. Sorry, I'm moving on. Yeah, I just kept it there because it seemed to be something that people sort of clung on to. I don't think the word's ever been used as much. Now, hey Paddy, do you prefer the Rook P801 or the Ontario Rat 1? I'm trying to think what's the Rook 801. What's that? Is that the one I've got? Is this the Rook 801? No, the Rook I have got is the P135. This big one here. And I believe this one came from Mr. Clover a long time ago. A long time ago. Beautiful big knife, stainless steel handle, but just a beautiful big work knife. No, I do love the Rat 1, I'll have to say. The Rat 1 is hard to do. It's hard to beat. And it's funny enough, there we go, the same man gave me the Oz 8 Rat 1, and it's still, I've never bought the D2 because I've never felt the need to. Never ever felt the need to. This is all the work knife I need. Sharpens in about 30 seconds. It's great. Couldn't beat it. Love the Aussie rat. Yeah, the Aussie rat's just a workhorse. It just, I don't know, I've got the small, I've got the D2 in the I've got the small rat in the D2, which again is a lovely knife, but for the kind of work I do, I really don't need D2 most of the time. I just got it because it came out and it meant that I had one of either. But the Aussie, I like Aussie. I think it's a great wee steel. The rat one makes me feel like Clint Eastwood. Do you know I wanted to call my first son Clint? I used to drink a lot in them days, I'll have to say. Yeah. Wouldn't mind the R2D2. Look, it's a great wee knife. There's no doubt about it. But if you're not a great sharpener or whatever, or you're just going to use your knife lightly and then sort of strop it at the end of the day, the Aussie one, if it's cheaper and you can get it cheaper, to me, this is lovely, but the Aussie, it's just as good. And I think sort of this week, that's what I was doing an awful lot of thinking about all the arguments that's been going about it, but you would trade your rat one for a rook knife. Well, I mean, you'll probably get plenty of people who will do that for you, you know. What's wrong with a rat one that you don't like the rat one? Have you done a direct comparison? Oh, hang on. A direct comparison between the Ganzo 756? Yes, I have, and I think it's on. Yeah, it'll be one of my back videos. I done a comparison video with the two of them. They're really nothing alike whatsoever. There's just there is that blade shape, but I mean, there's plenty of other blade shapes now that look very similar to the 940. There's so many reverse tanto blades now that that look like it. The Ganzo is twice the size of it, much heavier. It's got an axis, it's got an axis lock. That's about the only thing they've got in common, really. I would love to see more 14C28N. It's a lovely steel. It really is. No complaints whatsoever. I mean, I don't believe every knife has to be powdered steel. I mean, it just doesn't. And I think that's just our want as knife collectors. And I think I've fallen into that as well now. And it's too late. I'm so far in that I can't get out now. But, I mean, Oz 8 is a wonderful steel. 8CR13 or 14 is good steel. For me, for my uses, 8CR13, 14 is great steel. I don't mind it whatsoever. But once you start going for the more upmarket steels, and you get wrapped up in it a bit. And so, yeah, I like, so the different steels is just lovely. BD1, I've got the new, there we go. I've got the new Spyderco, the small Para 3, and that's in the BD1, what is that? BD1N, which seems a really good steel too. And I've done a video on this and I was a bit harsh on it, I think. I think it was a bit harsh. The knife itself is brilliant. I'm not really going to take back what I said, but the knife itself is brilliant. But the way I came across, I think I put the knife down and that was wrong. I think it was the selling strategy that I put down more than the knife, because this is gorgeous. I have carried it numerous times now. It works absolutely fine and it strops a dream. Really strops a dream. Actually, that's another thing I'm going to do this week. Somebody had asked me for it tonight there. It was Jonas asked me. Hello there, Super Steel. Steve, what about you? Steve. Sorry. I'll post it on Monday. I promise. Pinky promise. I'll definitely do it on Monday. I have about 3 lots of lives to go out on Monday. Also, when you pay much for the steel, the heat treat is bad, then you're going to do about it. Well, this is what the heat treat, this argument is all about, is companies that are selling the steels at a much higher price that are not, some of them are not coming up to standard, but some is enough. If you're one that has spent £300-400 for a knife and that steel is working way below what it should do and what you're being charged for, then you've every right to complain to that company. So that's why I think it's so important that we get behind the testers. I mean, they spend hours doing this for our benefit to save us doing it. And then you get the likes of Kurt and David, who's doing all the paperwork. He spends, I don't know, many hours doing paperwork. Love them knives, promoting it. And so there's an awful lot of work goes on behind the scenes when it comes to Rockwell testing. And there was one wee mini mistake, and then everybody jumped back on them again. And I just wanted this week to say, get behind them. Let's do it. Let's not make the same mistake again, which I don't think we ever will. But let's just keep doing it. I want to know if I'm going to spend money that I'm getting the steel that I ordered, and that's it. That's all I was trying to sort of get about. But I didn't want the nastiness anymore. I was getting a bit. I fell into it and I got a bit nasty. I called somebody a jerk. I should never have done that. That was out of order. But that's it's over and done now. I'm not fighting anymore about it. So I'll leave that to the younger ugly ones. There's quite a lot of them too, by the way. Us elderly ones are very good looking compared to these young ones. Thank you, Junior. I see people mistake a bad grind or a bad edge for a bad heat treatment. Yeah, I think when you get around heat treatment, if you want to get a breakdown on heat treatment, go to Super Steel Steve's channel or Outpost 76 or one of the boys that are doing it in the pocket. Go to their channels and they always give you excellent breakdowns of what it is. I mean, we're not only checking how good the heat treatment is. There's a lot of companies that are burning the edge. And what that means is when they're grinding them, they get them so hot that they lose their integrity. So it's maybe taking 5 or 6 sharpens to get past that steel before you get into the proper steel. So, I mean, but Super Steel Steve, all them boys, they'll explain it better than I can. I'm a novice. I'm just learning as much as I can now because I think knowledge is power. If you've got knowledge, you got power. And I didn't do it when I was younger, so I'm losing. CT practically murdered LMAX, yeah, which is a great steel, but they did exactly the same. And that's what I want to know, that if I'm going to spend that much money, hello David, how are you? If I'm spending that much money on a knife, I want to know that what I'm getting is what it said on the tin. If I went and bought a steak and got it home and it was corned beef, I wouldn't be very happy. And that's only a £5 steak. Where if when I spend £300 on a knife, I really do want that to be what it says on the tin. So, that's it. No more on that. Well, probably a wee bit more, but I just don't want to get into the row. And I don't mind. I love a conversation about it, and I love being taught. If I get it wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. But try not to call me names because I get upset. And I'm coming over to America next year and I might meet you. And I'm a big lump of a unit. Oh, Corolla, you're a smooth talker. Steve, there's no problem. It's support that's just genuine. That's it. There's an awful lot of you doing an awful lot of work that just goes on. I don't think people know just how much work you've put into it. So if you've got an extra couple of bucks, send them to Kurt and let him have it. Let him have a couple of bucks. We'll get you some good barbecue in Texas. Do you know, over in this country, I'm not a lover of barbecue, but when I watch the American programs about the barbecues there, they look completely different than ours. We get a wee bit of steak about this size and a sausage and a burnt beef burger, and that's what we consider as a barbecue. Whereas when I was over in the States, I went out and bought a big T-bone about this size and threw it on. Mercia, is somebody strangling Woodland Tactical? He's screaming Mercia there. Georgia has better. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, we're in the process. Well, it should have been sold 6 months ago, but when my mum passed away, the house was then left to the 3 sons. So we've had terrible trouble trying to sell it. I think a lot to do with Brexit and everything. It stopped people buying and things like that. So there's somebody got papers in at the minute, but I think we've had 3 that have fallen through before the sale. So it's a nightmare. So I'm just hoping as soon as it's sold, I'm buying my ticket and coming over to Blade Show next year. And I've actually going to add a wee amendment onto that as well. I want to go to Blade Show, and then afterwards, I'm hoping somebody's going to stay behind, and maybe we'll get up to that big knife shop, the biggest knife shop in the world. I cannot remember the name of this place, and yet I'm on the channel. I don't know how many times. Somebody's going to
Smoky.
Smoky Mountain Knives. Um, I want to go and see Smoky Mountain Knives for spend a day up there, and then get the plane home the following night, probably the Monday night or Tuesday morning. So I can't wait. It's my bucket list. It's the only one thing I've got on my bucket list that I want to do is come to America and go to the Blade Show. That's just, you know, it's it's not impossible at all. It's going to happen, but just whenever the house is sold, because I want to bring money over to buy one or two wee knives. You know, maybe $20 or $30 worth. Sally's sitting over there. Don't want to tell her. Corolla, I'm really lucky. When I was in the Navy, I was up and down both sides of America. I was very lucky, and it's still my favourite place in the whole world. I've been out there a couple of times in the 70s and then the late 80s, and I had the best time. I can't tell you how good it was. It's funny, I was reminiscing there. I don't know what I told you before, but there's this new Top Gun movie coming out. And when the first one came out in 1986, I was on the east coast of America. In Fort Lauderdale, there's a big naval base there. For those of you who maybe don't know, but there's a huge big naval base. And we had just come through a storm coming across, and we had to go in for repairs. We were in Fort Lauderdale for must have been about 3 or 4 weeks. But we actually went on to an aircraft carrier that was in there, and we watched Top Gun when the movie came out in the dining hall of the aircraft carrier. And I can't tell you what a brilliant place to watch a Top Gun movie. It was just amazing. And then for the rest of the trip, we learned all the songs from Top Gun. There's that one song, the one where they sing around the girl in the bar. Can't remember what it goes like. You've lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Yes, that one, badly sung. But every bar we went into, we would have picked the most maybe unattractive person, but we all would have got round in our uniforms and sang that song to her, and just, make it such a good night in a pub. It was a great way to start an evening in a pub. Hello, nice slicers. How are you? Are you keeping well? Great to see you on here. The Righteous Brothers, that's it. And I've always loved singing. I'm rubbish at it. I sang in the church choir up until 5 years ago. We had a wee band in the church choir, and I loved it, I have to say. I gotta admit, that movie made me feel very patriotic. It was a brilliant movie. New Rambo movie coming. I'm not a Rambo lover. I think I've watched one, or have they done two? I don't know. Cup of tea. I bring my own tea bags. Wherever I go, I bring my own tea bags and ask for a pot of hot water. And that's the truth. Nambari tea bags. And from now on, every time I send somebody a gift or I send them anything, I'm sending them a little plastic bag with a Nambari tea bag in it for everybody to have a wee cup of tea on me. So you'll get it, Steve, with your knife, Nambari tea. I bring them, when we go on holiday, me and Sally, even if it's, down south or something, we take our tea bags with us. My wife's from Ireland, she'll only drink Lions. You just get, I'm a teaaholic, I just drink it constantly. Super Steel Steve, I love tea. Get away on, will you? Does it have bubbles and come in a bottle? Anybody notice that OTF in the Gemini Man trailer? Lost me there. Can't beat Yorkshire tea, Nambari can. Earl Grey. Oh, well, that's pinky tea to me. That's definitely pinky tea. Nambari's a big mug and strong tea. The White Mountain Knives has the real steel control. Buy one, get one free. $55 for the two. I was speaking. I was on the Smoky Mountains. Does anybody watch their live feeds now with Swags and the two boys? I just find them hilarious. And I was on talking, so I have to give them a wee email this week. I think they're going to try and help me get some of their rough riders and knives like that. The knives that I find really hard. There's a very limited supply over here, so I think they're going to help me. I'll buy them and they'll maybe send them to me. But it'll be nice to get some different knives, budget knives from America that I can't get over here. Although I'm telling a lie, I have ordered a knife. I have a knife coming. I'll probably have it Tuesday. It's the new Buck Slippy. I don't know. Have you seen it in America yet? I hadn't seen it before until it came on Heine Haynes over here in the UK. And it's the Buck Slippy. It looks like a nice wee knife. Inexpensive, but and 448 CI, that's quite a nice wee steel. I don't mind that at all. But it's nice to see Buck doing a Slippy. There's a thought. Did I tell you about, where is it gone now? Oh, here it is. I've been carrying this week, and I can't do the review this week. This wee one, which is the Brother knife with carbon fibre, which is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. Lockback, the shield, it is stunning. Beautiful lockback. Where do you see this for the lockback? Look at that. It's not hard to believe that's a lockback knife. It is stunning. It's on AliExpress, and I think people have seen it other places, but I know AliExpress was running out of them, and the boys from Brother got back to me and said that within probably a week and a half, 2 weeks, they'll have a big amount back into AliExpress. So that's why I'm holding off till next week, and I'll do the review before it comes into stock for those. Quite a few of you have ordered them, I believe. Yeah, Smoky Mountain. That's why I was Slicey. That's why I was looking forward. They said to me to give them they sent me an email address, so I was speaking to them on Friday. So I'll send them an email on Monday, and just see where it goes. I'm hoping they're gonna send me I'll buy them. They can send them to me. I don't mind. AliExpress, from knives to wives, they satisfy lives. Very good, very good. Yes, Lacey, I seen your box the other. I think it did. I hope I commented on it. I seen your box the other day. It's lovely looking knives. Lovely looking knives. And it's nice to have the wee different ones on the channel. I love looking at your expensive and high-end knives and your mid-class knives, but I just love the wee budget every now and then. It does break it up. I'm not a great lover of titanium, so, although I've got titanium knives, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't be my first choice, probably. I've really got into my Carta. Love my Carta at the minute. The Micron spray, David. Do you know, it's a bit early yet, but so far I have had some beautiful results from it. And I'm just hoping it's it. Maybe my stropping's just been a bit good this week. So I don't want to make any bland statements without doing a full month of testing and on different knives and different steels. But so far, all I can say is I'm really, really happy with it. I was showing this today. Now I've got terrible lighting here for this. But I gave this, can't really let you see it. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to get this on this. But look at that. It is absolutely sparkling. And I must have spent about 30 seconds each side. And that knife is just, it's brighter than it's ever been with just a good strop. So that's so far so good, is all I'm going to say. But sometimes when you spent £53 on a wee bottle of spray, you want to make it better sometimes than what it is. Does that make sense? I do. I've spent it, so I'm going to tell you it's better. And I don't want to do that. It's too dear to tell somebody to buy if I don't think it's good. Bye, Sean. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Slightly Daisy, the Civivi. Oh. Yeah, we have, I don't think, I think there's one place maybe does a Civivi over here, but most of the time they're out of stock. And there's some nice smaller Civivis come out recently that I really like the look of. Has anybody else found any new companies, whether they're Chinese or anywhere, that is up and coming, they reckon? or any new makers that's about at the minute that's bringing out some knives. Somebody cut the electric off. He's well away. Selby Knives in California. Pearson Custom just started following me on Instagram, so I must have a look at them. Selby Knives, I don't think I've seen them yet. I'll have to have a look. Hi Paddy, Peter B here. I like the look of the rubber band in the pair. Thank you. I'll have to buy decent ones, but I'm just going to try and grow it for a bit and see what happens. My hair is that long now, I'm thinking of doing it in the back as well. Swamp Hollow Forge is an awesome, fairly new custom maker. Wow. Hello, Birdman. Hello, John. How are you? Two Johns there. I own Selby Knives. Great knives and a great guy. Who's that? Hang on. Somebody just said, I own Selby Knives. Super Steel Steve. Yeah, right. Honey Badger is new, getting good reviews. Honey Badger's been about probably about a year now. I've been hearing about them. Sleepers in Australia is doing some interesting work. Another one I've never heard of. Super Steel Steve, you own that. Oh, you met him at Blade. It said in your text you own it. I own a false. Right, okay, I've got it. Right, okay, I'll definitely give him a look. Is he inexpensive? Nick of Birdvis Knives in California, but he's really on demand. His knives have just improved, Tony, and they are amazing knives. You own a knife from him, yes. Yeah, Birdvis Knives, I watch him on Instagram and he's just absolutely stunning. You have one of his, Tony, don't you? I'm sure I've seen one of your posts with him on it. No. Have you done a review on that knife, Steve? Praetorian, I'm not. I love your man's channel. I love watching him, but the Praetorian and them big knives are not really my cup of tea. But his new smaller versions are definitely something. They're something to get excited about. I like them. He's such a humble guy. No, he is funny to watch, but and he's going on he's doing a stand-up tour. I'll look forward to that video, Steve, just to see what it's like. Yes, he's going to do a stand-up tour this year at the end of this year. So that would be interesting to go and see, I would say. A bit blue, but nice to see. Yeah, some of his pocket clips are lovely. They really are. Best Tech are coming out with some great cutlery. Artisan, I've got a couple of their knives, and I have one of them, a nice one of their knives for my giveaway, for the 5,000 sub giveaway. Is a nice Artisan knife. That is very good looking. How they are 3 different scales. Primordial. I can't even think what that looks like, to be honest with you. I'm probably the worst person with high end. I love looking at them, but I tend to watch them, and then because they're not something that would be on my radar, I tend not to remember their names. I'm much the same with wives, to be honest with you. Just for fun, you ordered a £7 mech, that ballistic pacifier. That sounds like something you'd give to a really naughty child. A ballistic pacifier. That's a great name. Ballistic pacifier. Over here, that would be called a ballistic dummy. Hello, BJ. How are you, sir? Chad, how you doing? Best at Kendo's a nice looking knife. They're really making some great knives, and their quality seems to be really good. I never hear many people complaining. UK legal carries review on the best tech Jonesy put me off a bit. Yes, it did. Slick Sledge put me off the slip joint, I have to say. And to be honest, it's a bit samey. To spend that amount of money, it would have to look a wee bit different for me. Um, I think because I'm a bit choosy and I'd rather have more knives rather than the very high end knives. I got a beautiful knife. I think I've done the review on this now. This is an ATS version of the JME or JE made knives. And this one just has G10 on the scales and D2. Now I've done a review on this. This is one of the best slip joints I've ever had. And I think it cost me about £70. Listen to that. It is just, it is amazing. And it's so comfortable in the hand. Full four fingers and you've no worry at all. And it cuts like a demon. It is so thin behind the edge. Really nice knife. Highly recommend that now, I have to say. It really is snappy. It has cut me twice, I think. Just nicked me. There's a review on my channel of it if you go back. I don't know whether, I think I've done the full review on it. But if not, there'll be an introduction review to it. Really, really, I think it was £69. I think they might be cheaper now even. Cool, I love D2 as well. I mean, I have no complaints at all. For the money I'm spending for a knife to get D2 on it, on a 40, £50 knife, D2 is absolutely fine. On a knife that's getting to 70, I'm starting then to think of I want S30V. And yet at the beginning of this, I just said, I don't really need S30V. S30V is such a good knife that I don't think I would work long enough to blunt it. And I sharpen my knife every night, so it's not gonna, I don't let it go for another day after I've used it. So yeah, I mean, the steel D2, if it's a budget knife, I'm more than happy. Give me more of them. The Fox Surrey UK edition. I haven't bought it. It's a bit. I've a lot of small knives, and it's a very boxy small knife. I don't know where it would fit into my ADC. I have got this. What do I see now? I'm just going to get a wee one. Where is it? Come on, Stephen. Why can I never find it? Oh, here it is. This is, I'll just show you. This is one of my favourite little small knives. This is the CH, and it's the CH 3005. This is a lovely little chunky monkey. I think this is an Oz 8, and it's titanium scales. Lovely clip on, got the dogleg clip on it. It really is lovely. Carbon fibre. An absolute beautiful wee knife. I can just about get my four fingers on it. But look at that blade you get for that. It's such a lovely, really thin behind the edge. Beautiful. So unless a wee knife's gonna, a stumpy knife's gonna be better than that, I'll probably not get it. That'll be a good knife for peanut. I love peanut butter. There's another thing the Americans taught me. I love peanut butter and jam now, and everybody over here thinks it's disgusting. Yeah, the wee CH Chad, lovely knife. Yeah, James, I love S35VN. I have to say, it's beautiful steel. The perfect steel, if you like, for a pocket knife. But again, it's more than what most of us ever need. Well, it's more than quite a lot of us ever need. But yes, I've got it and I love it, and I'll get more of it. I've just ordered the Gent, as I was saying, and it's S35VN, so I'm looking forward to it. It's just a tool steel, that's correct, yeah. It's just peanut butter with apple butter. Never heard of that. David, I have never had a D2 knife rust on me. There you are. I don't think I've got a spot in the name of D2 knives. But then again, I dry them. It's just pretty basic. A wee drop of oil. Slicey, thank you very much. Enjoy your pizza, sir. Just watch your hips now. It'll go straight for your hips. Tony, I mean, we're so spoiled. It's just unbelievable. I mean, for somebody like mine channel, sort of budget channel, to have the amount of steals I have for knives that are under £100 is unheard of. Just unheard of. I mean, I think I've just been really lucky and hit the pinnacle of knife blade steel. It's just, and the designs of knives now. You take Isham, and some of his designs are amazing. They should be in art galleries. They're just beautiful pieces of design. And I think I used to watch. I don't watch him so much now anymore. I don't know why. Jim Skelton. I used to watch him when I first came around. He had some of the most beautiful knives, like your knives, Tony. They'd be very, very extravagant. But I would never use one if I had one. I would take it down to the local museum. Civivi knives have Damascus. Civivi? Oh, I give in. I give in. I give in. Speaking of CH, on Fastech website map, code map, the CH knives are $22 instead of 35. Well, that's blooming good. That is blooming good. I mean, I now AliExpress I use quite a lot. I've had really good results from them, and their deliveries, well, it's no worse than anywhere else. It's China, but they do so many different. They do Kaiser, they do CH, they do. Oh, there's quite a few they do now, and you can get a good selection of them, which is great for us over here, I have to say, because there's no delivery charge. And whether it's just where I am in Ireland, I get very little stopped by customs. Very, very few. Yes, Jim Skelton has unlimited funds. But sure, isn't that good? I mean, it's nice for people. I love to see people showing off what they've got. I mean, this is my dream knife, a beautiful dream knife. And I have as much pleasure as anybody will ever have with a $3,000 knife, because this is my $3,000 knife. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter the price of knives or what somebody gets. I just love the design and the intricacy in some of these custom makers make is just that cracked ice that I see. That is just to take your breath away. I can't wait to go to Blade Show, because I'll never see it here. I can't wait to go to Blade Show and see them knives. That's the ones that I want to see. The other ones I can see nearly every day of the week. I want to go and see custom knives and, knives that I'm never ever going to get to see again. Just have a quick feel and a fiddle with them. That doesn't sound good, but yeah. I love watching this. We could never afford such a collection. Do you know? Look, this collection I have has been built up over 2.5 years, and I'll have to say, I don't have another hobby. I don't smoke. I don't drink. So nearly every penny that I plow into this is just, and I've been very fortunate with people giving me knives. I've had GearBest for quite a long while now, and I got free knives off them. So this collection is just a collection that's built up over doing a channel for 2.5 years. I don't have a lot of money, but what spare money I do have, I put into this. Do you know what I mean? Whereas other people who go to the pub or buy a bottle of whiskey, I'll buy a wee knife. Do you know what I mean? That's the way to do it. I would never get in debt for a knife. Let me put it like that. I would never get in debt for a knife. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Are you looking forward to your knives tomorrow? David Thompson. Yeah, David, it's a great. But the hobby, the knives isn't even so much the hobby. This is the hobby I love. The interaction and the chatting with people. I don't go out that much, to be honest with you. I suppose you get to 60. Well, I don't go out. I've lived a good life, a real full life. I'm enjoying the peace and quiet, and I love being able to have wee chats every now and then whenever I want to. And that's the joy about this community. You can have wee chats whenever you want to. You come in and out. I've got some amazing friends that I've got over the years, and never met them. Isn't that, that's lovely. people have called friends, and just it. And it's cheaper than watches. Yeah, I've only got about 3 watches, David. Now I've only got 3 watches. I had a few more, but they're all broke. They were that cheap, they broke. No, I don't think I would get into expensive watches. I couldn't afford them and knives. Yeah, somebody had said there about just meeting more, but I just I don't know whether I'm just genuinely lucky or there is just a whole lot of nice people. And I'd like to believe there's just a whole lot of nice people in this community. It's amazing. And I know we're having a wee fight and a scuff, but that's life, isn't it? I mean, any club you get with people, there's going to be a wee argument every now and then. That's fine. As long as we kiss and make up, that's the most important thing. I would hate to fall out with somebody over a hobby and a knife. That's just not worth it. That's not worth it to me. I'll back down and say sorry first. Slick like watches over 40 years, but only found the community in last year or so. My goodness, would you have as many watches as you have knives, or do you just upgrade the watches? Being as I've never got into that, I mean, is it do you have 100 watches sort of thing, or? James, that's the other thing. It's lovely to learn. And all this stuff about steel, I have found thoroughly interesting. Really, really. Yes, Tony, you were saying about that at Blazer. I can't believe it because you're so well known around Instagram, YouTube. You just to me seem like somebody that everybody would recognise. I think I would recognise you in a crowd of people. And I haven't seen your face that often. And humbling's an amazing word. I mean, I had the bit Smoky Mountain Knives said they've heard of Paddy's potato peelers on Friday on their live feed. That blew me away. Why would somewhere in America heard of a wee boy in Ireland? A celebrity, you're shorting celebrities over there. I don't get into watches. No, I think if I start another hobby, my wife will just open the door and push me back as I'm going out. Now, anybody else get anything else? Anybody else want to see anything from a box, or you're more famous than you know? It's the beard. It's. Do you like it? Do you think it's? I'm hoping by next year it'll be about this length here, a nice big ponytail. Oh, Mr. Fermanaman, how are you, sir? So nice to see you. Lovely to see you on the channel. How are you? This gentleman has just come on, Mr. Fermanaman, is one of the managers up at Olight UK in Belfast, and a really nice gentleman. And if you're from the UK, he's probably one of the men you'll speak to when you ring up. Let's see your favourite Ganzo. My favourite Ganzo at the moment, is probably this one, the 51. It's probably my favourite. It's an all-round, just lovely, comfortable. It's got the nice choil at the front. I love that. Really nice wee thing. But I am growing more and more fonder of the 61. This is a wee beast. This is a great cutter. I'm doing a cut test for the full review in this. It's just stunning. It really is. I've taken the pocket clip off because I didn't like it. It's a bit of a chunky monkey anyway, but the absolute dream to cut with. So I'll do a cut test for the full review, but really getting to like this a lot. Love the shape. Love the shape. '61 has character. Yeah, it really has. And I love character. Even the 51. Isn't this 51 or 40? 51. This is the 51. Yeah. Even it's got a bit of character. It's different. It's not the run of the mill for a budget knife. Really nice, I have to say. Yes, you'll enjoy it, Rachel. It's a really lovely knife. So nice in the hand. So nice in the hand. I like it. I didn't get your last one there, Cruella. Now, I'm glad I've done this tonight. I wanted to do a wee sort of let's see the bake, because a lot of my new subscribers wouldn't have seen the old fella at the other end of it. So, Mr. Fermanagh, I am doing okay. I'm doing okay. You know what that means, but I'm doing okay. And I hope you're all right too. I've seen the pictures of you out shooting, so I'm glad you're back at it again. Warncliffe styles and sheep's foot. That is Tony. That's me to a T. That is my favourite. And I still believe there's this one here, mate. This, my wee custom one that I got, is just the most beautiful Warncliffe that I have ever used. It is so thin behind the edge. I haven't even measured it. It's so thin. It really is the most gorgeous little Warncliffe. Gorgeous. And it actually takes, I would say, a minute to sharpen that at the end of the day. It just comes straight back. It's just, now, it's C70 steel, but it's still great for what I'm going to do. You seen the cut test with that? It was just, I'd done about 200 cuts in cardboard. When I come off, the knife would have nearly burnt you. It was that hot. And it was just quite happy would have continued. And for C70 carbon steel, which everybody would say is, rubbish. What's my other favourite? What other Warncliffes do I really like? What I've got in my collection here? Well, it's not that it's, I suppose, I do love this. This is becoming, I put in my Instagram today a picture of this. Since I done this choil, I am carrying this knife more and more. You see, being able to hold up there, it's just lovely. I adore this. I'm carrying this now more than most. More than most. And sheep's foot, probably my favourite sheep foot. Shame about the blades, but that is the nicest sheep foot. It cuts like a dream, but apparently it just doesn't last. But it'll last me for the minute. Hopefully something will get resolved. Now, another knife. There's another knife that's made its way. This is the Mazarin in D2. This is like a sodbuster. It's a slippy now. It's just an absolute gem to hold. Nice fat knife to hold on to. Not a sheep's foot, but there we go. What else have we got? I'm trying to have a wee look here to see what other sheep foot. There's a blade that I never really show that much. Isn't that a cracker? I love that blade shape. I love that blade shape. It is gorgeous. It's takes a bit of sharpening, but not even. And the wee rods, that's all I use. And it sharpens it up fine for work. But it's actually a great cutter. You see here for cutting cardboard or rope or anything, it just catches it in here and it just slices through it. And this for scraping is amazing. And that's Tucson. I don't know what the number is. I've had it so long now. It's Night Morning Designs and it's in D2 and it's stunning. I love it. Titanium, look at them titanium scales. And even the pocket clip on it. This is one of the early Tucson knives. Beautiful deep carry, well not deep carry, but it's deep enough. Lovely knife. And that's what I like, knives that have got a bit of personality. A wee bit of personality. There was somebody saying, there's a lovely wee artisan there. Their wee cleavery type knife. There's a nice wee knife. There's a knife, Rachel, I think you would like that sort of wee knife there. That's the wee artisan, and that's their cheaper ones. Lovely little knife. Really nice. With a, a smallish handle on it. Oh, liner lock. I'm thinking it's a slippy. You got your key. Dee-dee-dee. You should do an update. Pick 5 knives for the rest of your life video. 5 knives for the rest of my life? Oh my goodness, I would have to take headache tablets and everything. 5 knives for the rest of your life. Well, I might just do that, yeah. It's been done before, but I mean, it's one that can be done in the future. There's no doubt about it. I've quite a few different wee ones that I want. Yeah, Rachel, yeah, the 61 is just, it just makes me smile, I have to say. And I rounded mine off. What knife for processing small game? What knife would I have for processing? I'll tell you. Let me see if I can get. I mean, you could just use the sod buster. You could use it, or if you really wanted for. I know this is gonna. See the wee buck 55. There's another nice. You see for squirrels or something like that, or a pigeon or something. Yeah, that would do absolutely fine. Because I don't really do small game in big quantities. I think what else I've got here that I would use. As long as it's got some sort of rounded edge, it's fine for me. I'm trying to see. I haven't got my bushcraft knives here either. So I'm limited in what I can pull out here. No, I'm having a look here and I haven't seen anything that would really. Do you have a specific knife that you would use for small game? You're into that and all. I'm not now. I just wouldn't do it now at all. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, if I was going to use, that there would be a great wee, that would be a wee cracker. Although, saying that with a 2 pointy in the end, I suppose you're liable to cut into somebody's inners. Use the Buck 110, yeah, Buck 110, beautiful knife. I don't have one, I have to say. I've only got the that wee 55, the Buck 55, which is amazing that wee knife can get so much work done. It's a Tucson 17, Chad. Thank you very much indeed. Can't be. I keep putting off buying a one. I keep going to get a 110, and then I see something else that I want for the channel that people haven't seen. So I mean, it's like, look, there's so many knives out there you see and you want, and then I think, oh no, that everybody's seen that. And when you've got a channel, you have to keep renewing, because otherwise people will not watch it. If you put a Buck 110 video up, not that I wouldn't. I don't necessarily do them for views, as people would know on my channel, but you can only buy so much, and then it just once I got the 55, I was quite happy that I had a wee buck knife. And I've also got a buck. I've got the Bantam. I've got the Buck Bantam, which I think is a lovely little knife, really underrated knife for all the price this costs. Really a lovely handle on it. And also I've got the wee Buck Slippy. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Buck Slippy's like. Really looking forward to it. It's a nice looking blade on it. The buck knife. I have a canoe knife now, not a buck. And I've a buck. What else have I? I'll tell you what. I have a wee buck. Yeah, there it is. There. I have the lovely wee wooden buck. God's gone out of my blooming head now. See me in names. I have the lovely wee buck there in the wooden scales. It's small now, but it's a nice wee knife. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's about an hour and 5 minutes. Unless you've got any last questions, the owl lad's going to bed. Stockman, that's it, Bruce, thank you. Stockman it is, yeah. Couldn't get it, but there we go. Look, thank you so much, everybody. Mr. Fermanman, it's lovely to see you. I must give you a wee ring. Good night, and I'll see you next week at the same time. And we're back to normal, down at the table and not on my owl bake. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care. All the best. Night, night, night. Bye, night. Bye-bye. Have a nice night. Shall I sing you a wee song on your way out? No, I'll not. No. Bye.